Well, we're excited to be here in the round of 16 and representing Texas in a great regional. We've got a tough test ahead of us with Creighton, and our team is playing its best ball of the year, and we're super excited for the opportunity.
Question? I guess when you look at this regional, this kind of this mini pot, if you will, compared to others, do you feel like it's the most stacked one, I guess, left when you look at it on paper in terms of teams you can potentially face?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think all the regionals are really tough. I think there's some really good brackets, and I think it's the toughest bracket that we've had since I've been coaching. I think there's just a lot of last-time fifth-year seniors that are part of this. There's a lot of experience on a lot of these teams, and this one has that as well. And so we're excited to be a part of it. And it's for us, it's always been good to be a part of a regional that's been challenging. If you look kind of at our history, we've done better when we've had a tough regional. So our team is excited to play and be a part of it.
Coach, what's been the biggest transition this year to playing in the SEC as opposed to the Big 12, and how do you think that's helped prepare your team for being back in the tournament this year?
Well, it's been a great experience for us, and I think for our players. Being in the South, I think that's the last part to really grow the sport. I think Texas obviously is a force to be reckoned with in terms of the recruiting aspect, but I think there's a lot of states that are still catching up. Mississippi just started high school volleyball, and to see our team go and get sellout crowds all over the SEC was fantastic. To grow that and be role models for young women is what this program is about. But I think the SEC is really good right now. We have 5 teams in the Sweet 16. I think they've prepared us really well, and I'm really happy for our conference, and I'm looking forward to continue growing the strength of that conference and being a part of it. And to be a part of a conference that has that much strength, that much money, that much support, and believes in women is really special to be a part of.
Madisen and Marianna, what's been the biggest difference these last 8 matches with the 5-1 and 5-1?
I would just say consistency with our systems, and I feel like everyone has always embraced their role, but even more so now. I mean, there's lots of support on and off the bench, and I think to have some consistency of the girls we have out there and be able to find our connection and our rhythm has been super helpful. But I think all of the transitions and changes we've had throughout the season have benefited us and challenged us in different ways, but it is nice to have a solidified lineup that we can keep falling back on.
Yeah, I agree. I think it just allows everyone to build a connection. We know how to play next to each other, and we can build on from that. But I agree with everything she said.
Both of your efficiencies, skyrocketed in that time. Is it just connection that's been the difference, or what do you feel like has allowed you guys to get into that type of rhythm and sustain it for as long as you have so far?
I think you can attribute a decent amount of it to connection and just knowing how to play next to each other. I can work off of hitting off of Avery and allowing myself to trust my back row defense and just knowing how everything functions. But I mean,
Yeah, I think the same thing, just finding rhythm. And I think for me, just being a 6 rotation outside, being able to stay in the back row and attack and hit the pick, which is a big part of, I feel like, what makes me is gives me some consistency, like I said, and some normalcy. And also, like Mari said, just connecting with Ave and building her confidence and building that relationship has been super great as well.
You guys are no strangers to this stage. What have you learned about what it takes to win at this time of year?
Oh, gosh. I mean, it takes showing up every single night and making sure you're prepping yourself mentally and physically and emotionally for a 5-setter. And I think this group has a lot of experience in that. We've played a lot of 5-set games this year and haven't always won them, but have been tested and challenged and realized a lot of different things about ourselves and how capable we are. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited, and I think there's a lot ahead of us. So,
yeah, I agree. I think it also just comes down to connection and pushing our culture and trust and knowing that we have each other's backs and that, like you said, we've been here at this stage. We know what it takes and how to continue to push each other and just having trust. Because I think we look back to last year a lot and talk about that game against Tennessee and how that really was. We're down to the wire. We don't have to do anything extra special. We know how to play volleyball at the end of the day. So just relying on each other.
For Maddie and Marianna, you guys had that 3-match losing streak, obviously, at home. How did you guys, do you feel like the championship medal you guys had is what helped you get through that? And would you say that was kind of a turning point of your season to now go on this 8-match winning streak, be playing your best volleyball this time of year and take that into the tournament?
Are you saying championship medal as in past success in years? I would say no in that sense. I mean, it's a completely different group, and obviously it gives us some confidence knowing we had a lot of girls that were on that roster. But like I said, it's completely different, and it's a new season, and there's new challenges, and they're different and each in their own way. But I do think that I don't even want to say that it was a wake-up call because no one ever tries to lose. But I think it was definitely nice to be challenged and tested and really be able to sit down and be like, let's figure this out. And a lot of it had to do with our confidence and the way that we're thinking and talking to ourselves off the court. And obviously that's improved over the past few weeks. So I feel like we're in a good spot now.
Yeah, I agree. Just talking about belief, self-worth, confidence, trusting each other. Like I said, we're all here for a reason. We know how to play volleyball, but what is it really going to take for us to get over that hump? And, you know, all those games were 5-setters, and we were just trying to figure out what little pieces we can improve within our culture to be able to overcome that. But I think we took a specific lesson away from each of those matches and those really good opponents, and were able to move forward and carry that on. So.
Madisen, I know you played a lot of matches since you last played Creighton. Obviously, you're in the program now, and when you were on Creighton, but they do have some key guys that were a part of that match. Curious what you remember from playing against that personnel and what you see is different about Creighton now.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry.
No, I really honestly can't speak to what I remember, frankly. I don't have the best memory when it comes to past matches. But, I mean, obviously they have a lot of talented players. It's an amazing program, obviously won their conference. And so it's going to be a new look for us. We haven't played them, and it's been a while since I played them personally. So, but we're excited. We feel prepared. We feel ready, and we'll scout them and see what our game plan is. But it should be a good match.
Madisen, you played with Elise for 2 seasons. Just what stands out to you about your time together, and what can you say about where her game is at now?
Yeah, Mel's a fiery player. She always has been. She brings another level of energy and excitement to the court, and is obviously a very talented athlete, but an amazing person as well. And so she's definitely improved over the years, as we all have. And to see her grow and see her kind of embrace this new role and this new program has been super exciting. And so I'm proud of her. I'm expecting her to go off against us, as she usually does against most good teams. But I'm excited to see her again and be able to cheer her on.
Coach, Creighton has statistically one of the best 4 defenses in the country in terms of what they've done, holding teams to low hitting percentages. So what's the key for trying to have good offensive success around that?
Well, I think we need to have balance, and the balance starts with our first contact. You know, I think one of the keys to this last 8 weeks that we've just been playing cleaner. Our ball touch has been a lot cleaner in terms of what we've been doing, and so we've got great balance in the center of the court, obviously with our middles, and Maddie coming out of the BIC and being able to utilize that and just putting a ton of pressure with the pins when people are clamping down on that. So we've got to make sure that we're just, you know, game plans always change. You know, we as a coaching staff, we have game plans, and then, you know, we'll see what blocking schemes or what they'll do in terms of chasing or following or reading, and we'll adjust to those as the match goes on. But for us, I mean, as you hear this all the time, it's cliche, but the serve and pass is a critical part of this game. But we've been really good lately with the out of system, and we spent a lot of time on it, and our girls have been committed to it, so it's been great.
Jerritt, what do you remember about that 2016 Elite Eight? And kind of similar to the question Madisen was asked, how far these 2 programs have come since then?
2016, yeah. They were a really good team. I think that at that point they were running a lot more combinations at that point, is what I recall. And they were just, yeah, I mean, they always do a great job with this team. It's kind of one of the fun teams. She's one of the great coaches in this game that has been, you know, tried to been picked up by many other programs, but she's just happy being at Creighton, and it's been great for our sport. But they're really good, and they're good at every position. They've got great libero play. Their setter's super effective on the dump and runs a really good offense. She can set short string and long string. Obviously, their slide hitting is elite, and you know, they keep it simple but very effective.
What I guess, I mean, imagine the leadership is part of it, and you touched on first contact being key to kind of the success of the last few weeks, but how tough of a decision was it to kind of make the call to change systems and stick with Avery, and what is I guess boosted your offensive efficiency since then?
Yeah, well, I think our contacts have been a key part of that. You know, I think the 6-2 was working really well for a period of time, and then we just got in trouble because we weren't able to sub out of anything. You know, when you get some, there's a reason a lot of people don't run it. But at that point in time, I think one of the things was Mari and Aiden weren't as experienced in putting the kill percentage they were on the slide, and they've really improved their game. This is their first time playing in a full year of college volleyball, and so their growth has been tremendous. I think they put in the work. Their connection with Avery has been really good, and you've got to respect them now. And I think it's with Maddie coming out of the backcourt and having that efficiency. It's just again, all the touches are there.
We'll wrap it up there. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.